Oh, okay. Wait a second. It
It's
says we are live. I'm sorry.
whoops. We're
Yeah.
not live. Are we
Yeah, it
live?
says we are. So,
Oh.
yeah, it says in stream is my button that I have to push now,
Oh. Anyway, I was showing Ellis my thumbnails.
which is cool.
Yeah,
And
dude, I got to tell you, I've had the most productive week. The
excellent.
time, the last 7 days have been like I've gotten so much stuff done. I well, first off, last Thursday, you and I met downtown.
Uh-huh.
I was downtown for quite a while, and I let's see, what did I do that night? Oh, we streamed that night, and
Yeah, we did.
uh, so anyway, had a good day. Friday, my wife was off work for Good Friday. We That's issue 8 of the Black. Oh wait, this isn't issue 8. This is the special. Dang it. Anyway, I got issue 7 of the Black Cricket done. I got my cover done. Got my cover scanned, lettered, inked, everything. Last night I scanned all the issues of Black Cricket. I've been doing a 5-minute figure drawing on YouTube every day for the past 3
Oh,
days.
excellent. Excellent. That's the way you do it, man. Get into some figure drawing.
Yeah, I mean it's 5 minutes, so it's quick, And I've
Oh,
had people
yeah. Yeah.
people
Quick sketch.
somebody said, you need to start off with a stick figure, and I'm going, I'm not drawing no stick figure. I don't need to draw. Why? Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get what they're saying,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know that I need a stick figure. It's like, if you do the stick figure, it's very helpful with proportions if you start with a stick figure. I'm
What
like,
is it
yes,
actually? Is it live?
no,
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to somebody and getting feedback.
not well. He's making comments.
Okay.
But my thought is, at one point I did, and I think people should, but I think you should get past the stick figure phase pretty quick, and you need to go to more like some of these guys that write these figure drawing books, they'll do like a kind of a modified stick figure.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stick figure, but it's got a rib cage and that sort of thing. But this guy was like, you need to draw a stick figure, help with proportions. And I'm like, yes, it will. But at one point, and I always do this, I stopped and I measured from the crotch to the head and the crotch to the legs, and I always do that, and I'm always right. I never. I mean, you hate to say I never, but I never mess that up because I've just done so much. I mean, you get to the point where you're like, I can kind of
Oh yeah,
tell.
yeah. You can trust your eyeball. It's one of those things that people don't trust enough. It's just their own, their sense of whether things are right, because people have got, a micrometer for what
Yeah,
is balanced, and if a picture is level, et cetera, et cetera. They see these things. They're measuring machines all the time, whether they
hang
think
on.
they're good at it or not.
Well, let me say this. Some people suck at it. I can't tell you the number
I
of times
guess
a
maybe.
day I look at some artwork that I shouldn't say this, one of my staff has done, and I'm like, is that centered? That doesn't look centered to me. And they'll get in there and they'll do the align center. They'll go, by golly, how'd you see that? It wasn't centered. It's not off by much. I'm like, yeah, but I saw it.
Well, and it's also like flipping a piece of artwork, because that can be
Yeah.
very revelatory to flip a piece of artwork and say, my God, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Because you realize it's like, oh, my brain works a certain way. And it's like, I was not seeing what a poor composition I had going here
Yeah.
until I flipped it.
Speaking of ugliest thing, I'll show you my figure drawings. I've been drawing in my Le Maxe drawing pad.
Oh, cool.
I've been looking for a good. It's paper. It's glue bound, but it's cool to just. I keep it under my drawing board. It's cool to just pick up and do some doodles in. It's so big,
Yes.
and it's
Oh,
beat
yeah.
up.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. You were
They're coming
doing.
loose. This is the figure drawings I did. I don't know if you can sell 3 of them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The first day I did this one, and the whole thing, his head was cut off. I was like, oh well, I'll have to be more careful. Anyway, yeah, I did. So it's 1, 2, 3. This is what I did today, and they're all about 5 minutes. I did it. This was with the black wing. That probably looks the best.
Mm-hmm.
This is with one of these Eagle H's. It's too hard for the paper.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. It's hard. I struggled. It wasn't loose like I wanted. This was a Stadler Mars HB. I think I'm gonna go back to the Blackwing. It seems to be the best.
For putting an easy mark down
Yeah,
quick. Yeah.
just putting the line down quick. The Beast, I got the Beast done faster. I was kind of rushing because I knew we were recording tonight, even though I got home early.
Mm-hmm.
But this is do I wish they looked better in 5 minutes? Yeah, but am I okay with it? Yeah. I mean, could I take
No,
this?
I like that. I like that Cyclops for his pose, it's dynamic and his head's right. I mean, his head is the right size to make him into a hero.
Yep.
And sometimes you'll miss that.
Well,
so if you're getting better at that, that is
well, and
that
that's
is
when
cool.
I was drawing the Wolverine.
Right, yeah.
That was one thing I commented on. I said, so when I did the Cyclops, I didn't say anything. It was just scratch, and I thought, well, I should comment. And so I said, yeah, I'm drawing the Wolverine, and his head looks big to me, but I also am keeping in mind that Wolverine is very short. So his head, and the same thing for the Beast.
Yeah, his head would be bigger.
Right. Now the Beast is just kind of bulky,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I haven't drawn the Beast a lot. I've drawn a lot of Cyclops and Wolverine, and it kind of shows. Anyway, that's what I'm drawing. Or so my goal is to do one a day. We'll see how long I last at that. I've optimistically labeled them figure drawing 001.
Okay, well, I had a totally different picture of what you were up to with figure drawing. I figured you had some YouTube channel where there was a semi-nude model that was holding a pose or something like that you were
I'm
tapping into.
I'm recording videos.
Okay. Oh, I got you. This is for your
my channel.
This is your channel content. Yeah. Okay, very cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I probably didn't explain that well.
No, it's just me jumping to what I assumed was the interpretation of what you were saying.
Gotcha. So, Ellis, how's your week going?
Pretty good. I'm like you. I've got a couple things done. I was thinking I was in the final stages of having my little Why I Like AI Art YouTube done. But I had a script and I was doing the sound for it. I wanted to have all the sound, and then I would use that soundtrack for where I inserted my Ken Burton documentary type of visuals to go with the sounds. It just seemed like that's probably the way to do it. I assume it's probably the way most people do it. They do a soundtrack first for pre-recorded for things that aren't done just extemporaneously. You've got a script. Well, I had a script, but it wasn't much of a script. And I would find myself correcting myself as I tried to read. And I just botched four different takes. I said, this script has got to be right before I even start. So I jumped out of it and started over again on the script.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, what's up, fellas? Dan.
Oh, no.
What's happening?
Dan. Dan should be in tall cotton. We've been dumping out work like nobody's business.
That's great. And you guys, I think that's inspired you, huh? Having it on the market, whatever the market.
Yeah. And I mean, working with Dan.
It becomes real.
It's well, I tell you what's funny, and I told this to the guys. I always said, I hate drawing covers, but I've drawn 2 covers now, and I'm like, I like drawing the covers, and it's and one thing that's good is I'm far enough away from the book that the cover for that it doesn't feel like I'm retreading it,
Mm-hmm.
and also I'm being kind of creative about what's on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to not put directly content. I mean, there's not a lot of, there's a lot of build-up, especially in the early episodes or early chapters. And so I'm kind of like making up stuff for the cover. Some of the stuff on the covers does not happen in the book. But I'm trying to tap into that early that Bronze Age comic book, oh my gosh, our hero's dying on the cover kind of
Uh-huh.
thing. And it's been fun, and I'm inking them, and it's just enough inking that I like doing it, and I'm getting faster at it, which is crazy.
Well, that'd be good for you because I think that's something you ought to be doing. I think you ought to be taking some favorite artist of yours and inking them. Find some pencils. Oh,
I am.
You've got more pencils of John Byrne than anybody on earth,
I
practically.
am taking somebody I like's art and inking it. I'm taking my art and inking
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm trying to get you to osmose some more. Since you like Byrne, I think you should probably try a hand at inking him and get a few of
I
what
got
he
too much
gets up
stuff to
to.
do. I did.
Yeah.
I did. In fact, I was going to email Dan. I did turn down an offer to ink another cover. I'd drawn before I started working on Black Cricket. I drew a
You're turning
Phantom
down inking
Lady.
jobs.
No, I'm turning down cover jobs.
Okay.
Well, they asked if I'd do the cover, and I told them I was too busy. Well, now I'm like thinking maybe I should have done it. I don't know. I don't think Dan would care if I do it or don't. I mean, I think I'm ahead of where we need to be, even though I got to draw this Black Cricket Tomorrow Girl special.
Sorry.
I was going to see how long we could go in silence.
It's fine. What's happening? Speaking of action, the next chapter is almost all action except for the first 3 pages. It's cool.
We'll
take
see.
Yeah, when they come. Yeah.
We'll see.
Do some
freelancing. We'll see about those first 3 pages. I may throw some action in there.
There we go.
It's been great because Dan has tried to get me to put puns on the covers in the text, and I've steadfastly refused. Oh well, nothing personal, Dan.
I'm on the 4th book of the Narnia series as an audiobook, and and I picked up the Disney movies, and I've got or the 2 of them anyway. I don't know how many they've made.
I don't think there's very many.
Yeah, I think probably 2 is probably it.
Yeah.
And I like them. I mean, what I've seen of it thus far, but I heard some complaints. But that's the deal. You can't do anything already beloved, and suit anybody. Peter Jackson is the only guy that probably has ever done it.
Nope, I don't like the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you don't like them?
No.
I told Scott I come with a loaded pun. Yep. Get ready for the Netflix series. Oh, you mean there's Netflix on Narnia? Maybe. Yeah, why not? I actually did rent a BBC thing that probably was going to be almost step by step from the books, which you'd think a guy that was enthusiastic about the books would dig it. And I instantly said, well, this is going back. It was too boring. It was just like, okay,
oh, yeah.
This has got nothing I want to see. The woman that did Barbie is producing it. Yeah, I could almost name her if I thought about it long enough. I want to get out and see another book that I really enjoyed that apparently everybody's going crazy for, which is Hail Mary. Everybody loves that movie. I knew the story was going to be great, but I didn't know how well they'd do it. So apparently they did it pretty well.
Nice. I'm unfamiliar.
She's updating it to World War II to the 60s from the...
Oh, gosh. Why? I mean, it's all fantasy. Why did it have to be?
Yeah, it needs to be rock and roll. Well, that's the kids are there because of the Blitz. That's why they encounter the closet. Of course, later on, they're just in the field. It might not be too bad to have the kids having to go through the what do they call the 60s in England? As far as
the me generation, no, the
I don't.
on
Yeah,
like
they just called it the
the
swinging. It was
the
something.
swinging in
It was
60s.
something else. It made
I don't
reference to
know.
the zeitgeist of the time, and I can't think of it. Because Narnia needs to be rock and roll.
Does it?
She's casting a woman as Aslan. Yeah, you got to be making some
Well,
things up.
yeah. Yeah, of course. Why? Of course, a woman should be Aslan. After all, Aslan represents Jesus, so why
Yeah,
wouldn't it be a woman?
yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into these Disney movies. I seem to recall there being not too much hubbub about them. People kind of applauded the effort for even, making them, but they're not going to make the great lovers of C.S. Lewis happy. I don't know why they don't do the Out of This Earth. Those things, those are
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That trilogy.
Well, when I was a kid, I liked Wrinkle in Time, and they did that. Yeah.
Wrinkle in Time. Who's that by?
It's got a Madeline Lenel or something like that. I don't know. I was a fan when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That was the book that got me into science fiction.
Oh,
I
interesting.
went to the library in like third grade. They took us to the library. We were learning to read. We read books from the classroom, like Dr. Seuss books. They said, "Oh, we're going to go to the library." So I went to the library, and everybody's looking for books. They're like, "What do you want? What do you want to read, Scott?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And they go, "What do you like?" And I go, "I like Star Trek." And she's like, "Oh,
Ah,
let's see. Aha, A Wrinkle in Time."
I'll look that up because that sounds too familiar.
I liked
Starfleet
it.
Academy got canceled. Yeah, there's
Oh,
people that just can't get over the fact that,
Star Trek sucks.
yeah, has for some
I
time, I
liked it.
guess.
I liked it. I liked it when I was a kid, but at the time I hated Next Generation. Little did I realize how good it actually was compared to what came afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe this isn't so bad.
A Wrinkle in Time, 62, by, children's
says
science fantasy novel by Madeline L'Engle.
right.
Her brother follows Meg Curry, her brother Charles Wallace, and friend Calvin O'Keefe as they travel through space using a tesseract or wrinkle in time to rescue her father from a dark force known as It. Apparently, they
Yeah.
animated it
Well,
as
they
well.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Disney did a movie. I haven't watched the movie. I guess I need to watch the movie, or maybe not. Did a live action movie. Seems like I saw an animated movie when I was a kid about it. I tried to listen to the audiobook recently, and I was like, oh, it kind of bounced off me.
Yeah. Some of these things like I was really surprised. I thought I'd jump right into. I forget, I forget if I got it from the library or what, but I wanted to read Stand on Zanzibar again. I thought, oh, I got to have
Oh yeah,
a little dose of that. And it's like, oh my gosh, how did I ever read it in the first place?
I've got that book. I got a book. So in the '90s, I really got into cyberpunk, and I've got a
Mm,
book called "Storming the Reality Studio," which is kind of a book about cyberpunk, and it talks about some of the what the some of the what would you call them, the books that or the books and movies that influence cyberpunk.
uh-huh.
And one of them is Stand on Sand. So at one point in the '90s, I was trying to find all those books that influence cyberpunk.
You just have certain images that stand out in your mind. And for me, standing on Zanzibar was this cool idea that you could have a pair of gloves, and if you gave them a sharp rap, all of a sudden they became just, stiff and
Like
dangerous.
oh,
Like a fist,
like brass knuckles or something.
like a fist load. Yeah, like all of a sudden your hand was just like It's almost like a Wolverine weapon, you know. I mean, in terms of
Nice.
like doing some damage to somebody. And if you wrapped your hand with your fingers out, bam, that you could really stick somebody. But I thought that was a really cool idea. But you know what? I couldn't tell you anything else that Stand on Zanzibar might have been about. I just had that one. Wow, that's some vivid concept there. I dig that.
Gotcha.
And that's the
Yeah.
way a lot of things are for me. It's like, oh, I remember that one part.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of guilty of that myself.
Hmm.
It's like, what'd you like? I like this part. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that was like one paragraph in that 600-page book.
Got the cat acting like it wants in or something, and it's gotten really annoying lately. It's if a cat's got a screen in front of it, it's going to climb it. It's like eventually it will work its way around to climbing that screen.
Not a cat guy, Ellis. Got to
Mm.
admit. I think my reluctance to cats is always that I just remember my grandparents always had cats, and the cats would get everywhere, and you could not keep them off the refrigerator or the cabinet or the.
Mhm.
And it's just like, oh, who is an animal that can climb that well?
Yeah.
It's like the lady at my work that has a dog door. And I'm like, you know what my dog would be like if I had a dog door? It would be in and out
Oh
constantly.
yeah. Crashing in and all.
And it's like, why? She's like, well, I don't want the dog to use the bathroom or the floor. I'm like, man, yeah, I train it. My dog waits. Or put a potty pad down, train to use the potty pads. No big deal.
Did you see the last comment Dan made? Who says you guys need to check out some anime?
I've seen some.
And,
I've seen lots.
I've seen some
Dan,
anime, but
we've seen anime. Dan, we've seen anime. Akira, man.
Kira is the.
I've told you my Akira story. Mike Kennedy brought a VHS copy of Akira to our class in school because he thought it was so
You needed
groundbreaking
it.
that we should see it. Yeah, so I took it
Hmm.
to my art school, and I said I was not there that night. He said, "Oh, you missed it." I said, "I want a copy of it." And he said, "Okay." And he made me a copy of it, and I watched it. And I was like, "Oh my gosh,
Hmm.
I love Akira." Have you had a chance to look at that book I gave you? Speaking of Akira.
No, I could bring it up and showcase it for everybody if you wanted me to. No,
No, I was just curious if you looked at it. No big deal.
no, I've been reading this thing is interesting.
Stand on Zanzibar.
Yeah, this is called The Naked Warrior by Pavel, whatever his last name is, and he's got really he he says you can get as strong as a person would ever want to get if you can do, and this whole book is about get to where you can do a one-legged uh, squat and a one-legged push-up, and
A one-legged push-up.
a one-legged push-up,
A one.
a one-arm
A one.
push-up.
Oh, as a kid I could do them. I
Yeah,
was
it's all about
significantly lighter.
getting in the right spot and everything
Yeah, it's
for that
balance
sort
more
of
than
thing. Yeah.
anything. Though I would struggle to do a one-arm push-up nowadays by a long
Oh
by
yeah.
I. But I bet I could train up to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the point. This is he's got how to cheat that one-legged squat until you can do it. Obviously you sit down in the equivalent of a chair. As you're learning your one-legged squat, one leg to sit back on a bench. But
Oh, I
I
gotcha.
find it fascinating that a guy that is a strength coach can make a whole book about two exercises. Of course, he's got little offshoots from them, but it's still just basically about two exercises
Where'd you get this book?
from the library.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, I saw it when I Master the secrets of super strong using body weight only.
The Naked Warrior.
The Naked Warrior. It's talking all about.
Oh.
But he is really well thought of in terms of like Joe Rogan. Basically says he changed his life with his kettlebells.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's the kettlebell guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
You would think that a guy couldn't write a book without. He does mention kettlebells in it several times, but the book isn't about becoming good at kettlebells.
No. The book is about being naked and a warrior.
Yeah. Well,
So I watched a video about 357 Magnums.
Really?
Yeah, while I was eating
the history of it or something.
No, it was just talking about why the 357 is like the best round ever. One of those YouTube kind of things is all AI narrated and stuff. But I was like, man, I want a 357 now.
There's some great sci-fi stuff out there for anime. I think Tomorrow Girl should be standing, not sitting. Can you change what you got? I'm just. I don't know.
I know. No.
I kid. This is for dissing my puns.
Yeah. See. So Dan is moved. There's a guy at my work like this. He gives me grief all the time about stuff. And he had one of his, and he's a supervisor like I am, and so he got one of his employees who is foreign. He said to him, tried to get him to say something to me, and the guy looked at me. He's like, and I could tell he didn't want to say anything. I'm like, his name is Philip. I said, Philip, don't worry about it. I know what Sean is like.
He's just trying to get reactions out of the rest of us.
He's kind of he's kind of like my old boss. My old boss was kind of a bully, but not ill-intentional intention. I'm not calling Dan a bully. So I don't think Dan is, but the guy at work is. I mean, he doesn't bother me.
He's got a little alpha male in him. He just needs to let out, huh?
Yeah, something like that. I think it's more. I don't know what the cause of it is, but he's definitely just he's like the needle. Well, he told me one time. I always tease him. I go, Sean, I know you would not tease me except for the fact that you love me and you're obsessed with me.
Well, there's something. I'm always amazed by the guys that are kind of real pushy that way, that think, that they think they're kind of cute, and that everybody kind of digs being
ribbed by him.
Yeah, being really kind of fairly often just really pushed by them.
Yeah. No, I mean, he doesn't
I
bother
get
me.
But, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's like one time at work, this guy did something, and he saw me at break, and he's like, "Oh, I feel like I have to apologize to you." And I told him, I said, "Look, you don't have to apologize to me." I said, "I'll tell you if you need to apologize to me."
Yeah.
And I'd take it. And I was like, "You can't get under my skin." That was what that's kind of how Sean is. I mean,
Dan has been called a teddy bear.
Probably. No, Dan is great.
A bad news bear.
The bad news teddy bear.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie?
God, it's been a long time. I saw it though.
Oh, you have seen it?
Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau. I can't say why did I even get started on saying the word inimitable.
The invincible. The uncanny Walter Matthau.
In our favorite movie, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. I quoted it today when I said, even a great man's got to pee once in a while.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movie quotes. That, and then The Godfather, when he tells the guy, "Put your best man on the job. I don't want my brother coming out of the bathroom with his dick in his hand."
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
use that.
just the extras around the corners in the cast of Godfather.
Oh
God,
gosh,
they're great.
yeah. Well, I use that line a lot. When I used to go to conventions, I'd use it all the time. I would always tell myself, I don't want to show up at this convention with my dick in my hand.
Seriously, hey Scott, seriously, let me see that panel you're working on.
No, no, no.
I'll take it. You left out sexy describing Walter. I tell you what, Walter could be pretty. He was pretty sexy in
Clued.
Clute. No, he wasn't in that.
Yeah, he was. Wait, was he not? No, no,
Uh,
no.
that's Donald Sutherland.
Yeah. What? No, no, no. What's the? Oh God, there's a movie that I always see down there. Anyway, whatever.
The movie I recommended for us to watch. What did I call? God, I love that movie.
Phoebe in the Brain. No, yeah. Pinky in the Brain. No,
Pinky in the Brain.
Phoebe in the Bean.
Phoebe and the Bean.
Was that the one?
No. What with Mathal? The last
gosh.
of the last of the Independents. On me forever forgetting this title. Had Joe Don Baker in it. And,
oh, what was that?
Dan will tell us. Joe Don Baker, Walter Matthau, directed by Don Siegel. Good Lord, how many things can I know about something without Breaking Boogaloo? No, that's not it, Dan.
Breaking Boogaloo? What?
2. No less.
2.
Charlie Varick. My God. Charlie Varick is the name of it. Dan didn't give it to me. It finally came to me.
Okay, we'll give you points.
Don Siegel. Did I say Dan Siegel? I think I said Dan Siegel.
You said Don Siegel.
Okay. Big influence on good old Clint Eastwood.
Oh, Dan Siegel was? Or Don? God, you got me doing it.
Don Siegel was. As a matter of fact, he dedicates Unforgiven to Don and Sergio at the end of it.
Oh, Eastwood?
I guess, if he felt like, oh, this is the one, this is some of my best work, I'm going to go add a dedication to this like it was some book I knew was really good or something. And he dedicated it to Don and Sergio. Of course, I guess they probably both fairly recently died. I think he made 5 movies with Don Siegel.
Look at that Tomorrow Goer face. That looks so good.
Not bad. Seriously, check out A Face in the Crowd. Griffith and Mathau. That's right. Andy and
it.
Walter are in that together.
Yeah. Andy Griffith plays. That's a very political movie.
Yeah. Well, Andy was a great heavy, and in fact, every time I watch a little bit of the Andy Griffith, the whole Mayberry thing, you can still feel Andy is still a little bit of a heavy, if you look at him a little bit. He's got the presence. He's got the presence of a heavy. He can't get away from it.
Yeah, he'll be like Barney, and then or he'll play the guitar or whatever. But on some of those episodes, he gets out the rifle and he goes out. It's like, I'm gonna bring these guys that came to Mayberry after robbing this bank in Cedar Hills or whatever their neighbor was.
Bottom line, it's why he's sheriff.
Yeah.
They had a lot of guys to pick from, and Andy's it. He's the guy that.
He's the
alpha. Whether he's homespun or not.
Well, he doesn't swing it around, but he's got it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what makes Barney so much fun. It's like
he was. Yeah, he's
He's
the guy that would, if he had it in him, he would,
yeah.
be the. But he just doesn't.
Well, he's always acting like he's almost having to condescend to Andy for
Yeah, Andy, I
not
told
getting
you we need to get a lock on that door, whatever.
Yeah.
Andy, here, look, give me my bullet.
Yeah. He pulled a rifle on Goober when he built the car in the courthouse. I don't remember that one, but it sounds like
I don't remember that one either.
So he just started on a car and couldn't help himself. He had to build it. And they didn't have any way to get it out, I assume.
Nice.
I'm going to look up Goober builds car in courthouse.
Goober builds a car in the courthouse.
Da-da-da. Boy, I tell you what, you got me started on Gemini, and Goober takes the car apart. Makes absolutely no sense for Goober to have taken the car apart outside and brought parts in and put them back together again.
Oh my gosh.
I'll have to watch that one. I'm going to look it up. Oh, we ain't even got a helicopter. Yeah, that'd be something. I feel like I'd have it knocked if I could do a good Barney imitation. Goober was asked to watch the courthouse, so that's it. It locked him into position. He had work to do.
Had time on his hands.
Something happened.
Well, not time on his hands. He had something he had to do, but he had to be there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably connected with the gas station somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Isn't that funny? Just give us a premise, and I'm already laughing about it.
Yep. Oh, Andy Griffith. I mean, one of the better shows. There's a show.
He does it. So he wants his car checked out, and he does it inside the courthouse so he can hear the phone. So he built it inside. He took it apart and brought it back in so he could
work on it in the court.
Yeah, once you put it back together, it's nothing to Goober. He's a mechanical whiz. Take it apart.
The idiot savant of mechanics. Yeah. Heavy on the idiot.
Yeah. That makes me want to watch that show. I'll go on some binge and watch them all.
God, we watched them all during COVID. Amazon used to have them all on Amazon. You could watch all. It's a lot of them. In fact, our old pastor was a big Andy Griffith fan, and when I told him we were watching them, he said when Barney leaves, they're not the same. And he said Andy starts to get kind of mean.
Yeah.
So there you go. That goes back to your Andy Griffith was the heavy.
Yeah. He needed Barney. And I think he made a comment like that he did need Barney. He later on says later. And of course they dated back to Onion Head or whatever that movie was they made together. They made a couple.
Oh, I didn't know they did movies together.
I think they actually did a couple.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that many Andy Griffith movies. I think, what is it, No Time for Sergeants? I think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's No Time for Sergeant, and I think it's called Onion Head. Might not be called.
Facing the Crowd, of course.
Mm-hmm. No Time for Sergeants. They were in that together. Yeah. I think Barney is trying to give, this yokel Andy some sort of psychology test, with the ink blots or something like that.
Nice.
If I remember that one. I
got to draw a convention floor, Ellis. This This story takes place at a convention.
Oh, that's cool. Oh. Stay on page. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
I was entering junk into our page. It's lucky we're still here. I was just started hitting the keyboards over here. When the show started, Griffith had knots on the show, and they were friends. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, I've seen several Don Knotts movies, of course.
Well, that's the deal. He was leaving. Barney was huge. I mean, he was a household word, and
dude, he was the
it
love
was supposed
god.
to it was supposed to translate into bigger and huger movies. But I guess it was kind of a modest success for him to get into films. The love god, of course.
Yeah.
And
How to Frame a Fig.
How to Frame a Fig. Mr. Chicken,
the Ghost of
Mr. Chicken.
Apple Dumpling Gang. He was in that, wasn't he?
Oh yeah. He teamed up with old what's his face? Shake This Guy in the West. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he made some movies. He stayed. Neighbors got his own show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then, of course, he ended up on Three's Company.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can't complain if you stay around in Hollywood for even a much more than a year. It's made to kind of like say, yep, that was this year. That was last year. This is this year. You're kind of yesterday. I did a quick sketch out of the book of someone doing a one-legged squat.
Man in an ass-kicking contest. Oh, sorry.
First thing that sprang to your mind, we just did a ink blot test on Scott.
The one-legged man. That was something my grandpa used to always say. He's like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Yeah. Neighbors got his own show. Griffith was going to leave after the 5th season, so Knotts planned to leave. But then Griffith got talked into season 6, and he was all alone. Yeah. If the chemistry of something goes south on just about anything, it's like, oh, what happened here? Who is this guy running around? I've never seen him direct anything. Learn a bunch of new people. Got to have other people stepping into roles you're not used to them having. It's like, let me out of here. I want to go be Matlock. But that didn't happen immediately.
He had to earn that Matlock.
Yeah. That's why he's so angry all the time in the color episodes. That's interesting.
Yeah, because he thinks he should be Matlock. Matlock. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna slip that in his comments.
Hey, that's not a.
That's gonna be the villain on the next cover.
Meatlocker.
It's like a wrestler. He's got this special hold he calls the Meatlock.
Yeah.
No man can escape from the Meatlock.
Left with it number 1. That's right. Jerry Seinfeld's got a real funny interview with him and Larry King, where it looks like Larry just hasn't done his homework. Seinfeld is really needling him. Have you heard of me? Do you not know that I had the #1 show? It's like he was asking him some kind of question, that, the answer was almost absurd, that Seinfeld had to give it to him. Larry King could do that, though. It's like and of course, it's how the sausage is made when you're a talk show host like Larry King. It's like, who's next?
Yeah.
What do I know about him? Yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna read a book if you come on, you're an author.
Yeah, you've got too many books to read if you're in that position.
Only shows that did that were I Love Lucy and Seinfeld. Oh, what's that?
The ones that left when they were #1. Nobody walks away from all that money on the table usually. Just don't do it. Doesn't make sense. What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
We can come back and be #3 and everybody's still making $1 million.
I like the Bill Watterson approach.
Mm-hmm.
They came to him and they said, "Oh, if you'll sign this marketing
or
this
merchandising he could have made so
agreement,
much money.
You're gonna make a fortune." And he said, "Oh no," because he wanted to control his,
Yeah.
And I mean, as much as I love Peanuts was merchandised to death.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Calvin and Hobbes, there's some kind of an integrity that it has that Peanuts is lacking, even though I think Charles Schultz was a different kind of character. I've got at work, I got one of those day counters where you rip a day off and it's the Far Side. And I forgot how stinking funny the Far Side was.
Oh
my gosh, man. Every day someone gets might get the day before Far Side calendar on their desk. Yep, leave when the audience still wants you. Yep. Or, Charles Schultz did it right too, though. He left, and the day his last comic printed was the day he passed away.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That almost sounds like euthanasia or something. I don't know.
Well, what's crazy is all the other comic strips had some kind of going away thing or something, and literally came out. It was on a Sunday, and that's when he died, I believe. Heaven forbid you come. Oh yeah, well that's people overstay their welcome all the time.
On TV.
Well,
if on TV, it's kind of hard to overstay your welcome in most cases. Some X-Files can exist because, they keep giving it a chance, but, because it was big at one time.
Yeah.
So something's huge.
I got a big establishing shot to draw.
Got your grid up.
No, yeah.
Got your 1 point.
Yeah, I'm doing 1 point. This is a convention center. And Tomorrow Girl is here. This is the Maxwell Technologies thing. And I kind of got people and there's a big block of text I got to put on there somewhere. But I want to put like some big. It's a arms. It's the North American. What is it called? North American Technology Expo. So I'm gonna do stuff like have drones. I'm gonna do a big Mecha Godzilla kind of monster in the background.
That sounds cool. And here you are inventing all that when you've got all these AI tools.
Yeah, inventing it like a fool. Yeah, but look how good these panels look. Don't those look good?
Yeah.
Those are phenomenal.
Part of what happens when a human concentrates on what he puts in and what he leaves out. It just can't be matched.
Yeah, I would agree with that. At least when you're a good human.
Mm-hmm. Good at being human.
I try my best.
Put IQ 9 from Star Blazers in that.
I don't know what that is. I've
Oh,
watched Star
okay. Oh,
Blazers.
at the convention.
I think that's what he means. I don't know what IQ9 is. It's been a while since I watched Star Blazers. I saw it in its North American debut. I remember watching Star Blazers as a kid. It was on, I think it was on the Atlanta channel. It was like a big deal. Oh, yeah. It was like a nighttime premiere. I remember telling my friend about it. I was like, oh, man, it's got this big, huge battleship in space. It's amazing.
Hey, I'll send you a link, Dan. He wants to join the chat. Are you up for it, Scott?
Oh, yes. Good Lord. Yeah, add Dan. Dan is chomping at the bit to join. Send Dan the link, or don't.
Okay.
Yeah, or he'll feel bad.
Okay.
One of us.
Okay. Apply. Hey, Ellis, thanks. Okay, Dan, this will be a. Wait a second. I got to go down and get that link again.
Oh, geez.
I probably still have it in the clipboard, but who knows?
Who knows?
Okay,
I just realized
Dan, you should be having soon
a nervous
link
breakdown.
Yeah.
Kittens.
I will add you when you get here.
He's going to tell me I'm drawing Tomorrow Girl wrong. I'm going to go, I forgot what she looked like. I need to get some reference. I got some around here somewhere. I guess I'm just out of reach. I don't think I can reach it.
Hey, can I join the chat for a second? Dude!
No, dude. Yes. Where's he at?
Okay.
Did you send it to him?
Yeah, I did send it to him. He's got to have it hit,
geez.
I guess. There he is. Here he
lives in the middle of nowhere. He's probably on the pole connecting his internet. Getting
all the nuts
internet
out of the transformer. all the squirrel nuts.
No, I wanted to come on because I could feel the love just oozing out of the screen. I feel the love fest. No, actually, the reason I wanted to come on is I thought this would be lost in translation. I wanted to be able to say it live. Dude, I just wanted to say the artwork, Tomorrow Girl and everything, the Christmas story you did was really good. I liked it.
Oh, thanks.
But, dude, honestly, I can see a huge improvement in the work here. The Christmas story was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. It was fantastic. But
sure,
I can just see such. It's leaps and bounds, man. It's like leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I try and be modest, but yeah, I mean, my art, even from, I don't know what it is. Something in my brain has clicked.
You got some light bulbs coming on. Yeah.
My art is, I mean, part of it is, I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know what to attribute it to.
You don't have to give me credit.
It was Ellis.
I'm
kidding.
It
was Ellis.
I was going to say, I thought it was the brilliance of my scripts that was inspiring you. But,
it was
there you go. We're all looking for the reason. And
I'm going to tell you a true story. So I am friends, and I'm using the word very loosely, with C.B. Spolsky at Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Met him at San Diego. He's given me a tour of Marvel. I've hung out with him away from conventions, even. And anyway, and he one time we were in New York, and I told him, oh, we're going to New York, and he said, oh, call me and we'll hang out. So I hung out with him, and I told him, we were talking, I was telling him, I was kind of frustrated about different stuff, trying to break into comics. And I told him, I said, if I ever got on a book that I was like consistently doing a book, I feel like I would just get so much better. And so I don't know if it's that it was right, that I just need to, or, a little bit of, I don't know. But yeah.
Consistency is the main thing.
Yeah, maybe.
If you, it'll teach you more, and but the main thing you want is your own consistency, and so that's what it's a catch-22, of course. You need something like a title to be doing to get better. Nobody will give you a title unless you are already there.
Right. Well, yeah, because I think I've gotten better. Now I'll say this: I think it didn't take long on Black Cricket before I felt like the book was better than I feel like my art had improved significantly. Mm-hmm. But also, I'll say something else. One of the things that the Black Cricket has done is allowed me to draw in a way that I felt was comfortable or like I liked. Mm-hmm. Whereas before I've drawn samples or drawn for somebody else, they've either pushed me to change or draw a certain way, or samples, you're always trying to draw something you think they like. And right. I'm just drawing, and I'm not really worried about that too much. I mean, I think about it, but I don't try and think about it like I should draw like this. I think about it more like I should draw in a way that I like. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing, is trying to draw something I like. Yeah. So anyway, speaking of Christmas special, I got the Christmas special out for Tomorrow Girl reference. So
what, the Star Wars Christmas special?
No, it's the Anarch. Have I not given you one of these?
I don't know.
I don't think so. It's my first published work at Antarctic Press. Uh-huh. Tomorrow Girl, starring in Invaders from Planet Xmas.
Yes.
I don't think that's one of them you gave me, huh?
I did the pen. Dan wrote it. I drew the pencils. Dan Gorman, I don't know if I know Dan Gorman, did the inks, and Kevin did the letters, and Cheryl Quimco did the colors.
Flattening, yeah. She's probably going to be the one that's going to do the story.
Oh, that's the flatter that he talks about. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, let people see that artwork, dude.
You guys know of a Jimmy Palametti?
Yeah,
Pamela.
Yeah.
Oh, Pamela.
Yeah.
He was reporting on X that Mark Evanier has had a whole bunch of his artwork, his originals that he's been a collector of for some time. He said they were worth over $1 million probably, and he had a list of them and said they'd been stolen. And I saw in the you heard that?
I heard that.
He said in the comments section that they know who it is, though, and they're looking for him.
Well, I also heard somebody say, yeah, and some of the stuff that he is reported stolen has been reported stolen that should have went to Kirby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a Fantastic Four 84. He had, I guess, the complete one, and that never went back to Kirby, and it should have.
Oh, well, yeah. I'd like to keep that. Yeah.
There may have been a whole host of malfeasance.
Well, you never know. Maybe you never know. Well, all these things, the ins and outs of the story on something like that.
Yeah. Well, you guys are familiar with who was writing for Marvel, like in the early 70s, right? Not Roy Thomas, but some of the other freelancers that were working at the time. Yeah, I've heard stories about these guys going to conventions and basically having people over at their hotel room selling Kirby pages off for like $10 or $20 a piece.
I've heard that.
Wow.
I've heard that. Well, I don't want to say who because I don't just go by memory. But yeah, I've heard that some of the early 70s editors, late 60s editors, supposedly just walked away with briefcases full of originals of Kirby's, and then they were selling it, to dealers at conventions. There was a convention, I think in Dallas, where they sold, thousands of dollars worth of pages at, $10, $20 a page.
Well, I won't mention names either, but as a Marvel fan, you're probably familiar with who did a lot of the covers in the 70s at Marvel.
Yes.
You've heard the story about how he got fired from Marvel.
No.
The story goes Archie Goodwin was working late one Friday, and the artist came in saying he was coming in to get some work done.
Okay.
And Archie's like, okay, cool. We watched him come in, leave, and he was doing that every few Fridays. He would come in, and he noticed one Friday night he was leaving with a portfolio that he didn't have when he came in.
Oh no!
So he waited and caught him the next time, and he asked if he could see what he's working on. He was very reluctant. He finally opened it up, and he was swiping pages to sell at conventions.
Yeah.
Oh man!
I've always heard that's part of the reason why Marvel didn't want to settle with Kirby in the 80s is because they would have to admit they didn't have like about 3/4 of his work. It just walked off the fold.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask for one more favor. If you can just show that Tomorrow Girl one more time. I want people to see this one more time.
No, where'd I put that book?
Okay.
Hang on. Let me get it. I got another. This is my stash. Got a stash of them. Where did I stick that?
Well, now open it up real fast. You got the cover. Now open it up. You got the opening. Now look. I want people to look right here. The Tomorrow Girl is the first story. And I know how Ben usually works. Usually he'll put whatever he considers his best work up front.
There you go.
And the secondary stuff, it's like the second best story is like in the back usually. If he can work it out where he got pages. So the fact that we got one slide is really good. That says a lot about how much you like it.
Yeah.
Now flip it back a little bit and let's see what one of those last stories was. Oh, right, go back right there. Yeah. I believe that's a Pink Widow story. Who's the writer on that one, Scott? Can I
Johnson. Dan Johnson set us up.
There you go. I should have done this a long time ago. I've maximized you now.
What a wise man on television, Bazinga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, dude, I know I'm just Kevin and I were talking about this the other day. We saw the cover, and we just see the improvement. Dude, I mean, like I said, the work has always been good, but it's just like he's been like kicking in high gear, dude. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that little figure there on the far right, there's got a very naturalistic pose. Nice. It's I like the head. It's good.
Yeah, well, that's the result of those 3 5-minute figures I've done on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. I do, kid, but I do want to say, dude, it is an honor working with you, and dude, it's just watching the reaction from Yeet, the people on there. I mean, they're becoming a fan favorite. Dude.
Well,
that is cool. I said that about I read them out of order. So that enabled me to realize that the letter section already had a fan letter in it. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty quick reaction.
No. It's been fun. I've enjoyed working on the comic. I appreciate the fact you guys have let me do my thing, and I know I kind of give you grief sometimes about about the lettering on the covers because I want to be more like a bombastic Stan Lee type letter balloons or word balloons and captions and stuff, and you tend to go a little more humorous than I do, and so I have to give you a little bit of grief about it. But I enjoy working on the book, and the covers are fun, and I'm glad we have an inker because I ink fairly slow, even though I'm getting pretty fast at doing the covers. But if I had to ink the whole thing, it'd take me a while. I'm glad
that inking has got the potential of teaching you just a ton. In terms of bringing your work up just another level. Hey, sure. Guys, it's 1 hour and 4 minutes. You guys ready to call it quits? Dan, you want to say anything now that you're here?
I'm except we got to get you to do a pinup for us for Black Cricket sometime.
Oh,
yeah, we do.
I definitely will. What do you want him to be doing? Anything?
Cricketing. Cricketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
I'll
but-
have him doing something.
I'll give you some. I don't know,
Notes.
reference. It doesn't
Notes and
matter.
ref.
Yeah, you can do whatever. You can do whatever.
Okay, I'll do whatever.
I'll give you some. I'll
I've
give you
got
some
2
costume
comic books
reference.
worth of him. I should be able
Oh,
to draw
yeah, there
him.
you do. I don't need to give you reference, do I?
No, we've got it.
You're good. He can do whatever.
Okay, guys, I'm going to push the button. Push the
Okay.
button, Frank. My
Okay.
name's not Frank.
Thanks everybody.